Okay, this tutorial is going to show you how to update one of your pages on your website. So you see here, let's say that we want to update on a particular page. Let's say that we get some information on the story that the storm has. Right now we have check back later for more information. But later we want to add information to that page. So how do we go about doing that? Alright, once you logged back into your site, you'll go to the dashboard. And down here on the left hand side, you're going to have an option called Pages. And underneath that is the word Edit. So you see here, you click Edit. And right here is a listing of all the pages that you have. All these pages have names. They may not be the same thing. See how it says the storm story? That may be what it says here. More than likely it probably does. We can find the right one. Oh, there's 2 pages here. That's right. If you look down on the lower right hand side, it's displaying 1 of 20. There's 25. If I hit page 2, there's the storm story that we're looking for. Note if I go back to page 1, I'll show you something real quick. Notice the very top one says no title. The reason that is on our home page where it says the storm story there, we don't want it to say home right here because it gets in the way of this particular announcement image that we have here. But on every other page, we primarily want to have that on there. So go back to the storm story page. We'll go back to our dashboard, and on page 2, under the storm story, you'll hit Edit. And then you can see here, this matches to what's on the screen there. So let's say we want to say the information, and then we type out here, right? And we just gotta put some text on here and so forth right there. Okay? Once we update this page, then that has been updated. We go back and reload our website, and then you can see all the text that we just put on there is right there. For this, I'm going to delete that so that it doesn't show up on the site. But while we're here, I'm going to show you something. You always want to make sure that, by the way, once you delete something, it's always update the page, or if you were to add anything, to update the page. You can also format things with bold or italicize. You can do some colors. I wouldn't recommend you do too many strange colors because of the color scheme of your site. So make sure that it looks right. There are some things that you can do in this as far as centering and so forth, and go from there. Also, if you decide you wanted to add a photo later, let's say you wanted to add a photo, so you can click any of these options here to highlight, and it'll pull up what the name is. There's one that says add an image. You can also add a media. I like to use that one because it's good for a variety of different type of things, whether it's photos or PDF files. From here, you can select files directly from your computer. So for the example of this, I'm going to put in our Marketing Twins. There's a picture of me. And so once it's done that, here I always recommend to get rid of the title unless you want to. You could put something there if you want to, but let's just leave it so you can know what that looks like. Leave everything else the same. You can put full size, thumbnails, different things. I'm going to put that full size. You can see how big that is. And if I was to update the page there, and then I go back and I reload, you can see how big that photo is. So you definitely want to be careful about the size of the photo that you want to upload, so it's not a very large photo. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that off. But this is where you'll go back in and add photos or do whatever you need to do to edit a page. So that's how you do that.